Now, the reason I wanted to start this game was because something that one of the biggest things, as I'm going down the list though, but it's down there, was this right here. One of my biggest complaints was, how could this be locked? It's a sarcophagus. And see, it's not locked anymore. What is up, everybody? It's Bloodstalker, and we're back with a quick little video because I want to do a follow-up on Badiya. The original video I did about it, talking about going over the little review of it or whatnot, has gotten a lot of views and a lot of people liking the video, and a lot of people, it inspired a lot of comment and talking about the game. Like I said about the game, I have no ill will towards it. I'm not against the game. I think it's going to have a lot of potential. And I addressed a lot of things about talking about the game coming into early access, and thought maybe it didn't need to really necessarily come back in. So when I got home today, and hold on, I gotta change the sounds. They did some updates. Let's turn that master volume down a little bit, ambient sounds down a little bit, because I jacked all that up when I was recording just so I could hear some stuff. Alright, so let's see. Graphics. Let's see. Custom quality preset. Full screen. Ultra on. Okay. Come on. And like I said, I mean, the game is... I don't have anything ill will towards it. I think that... Yeah, let's keep them. Alright. Let's just get out of this. Escape back up. Alright. My whole thing was that as long as they continue to update the game and they continue to make progress on a game, early access game, it's better for all of us. I just felt that they probably shouldn't have put the game out quite so soon. Now, I'm going to go ahead and continue my game just because I want to just kind of talk about some of these things. I might need to start a new one. I don't know. There was a huge amount of updates and fixes in the game. A lot, not a lot of them. There's probably about a good 5 or 6 things that I touched on in the last video. So I'm just going to kind of run down the list real quick while it loads up here. But there was an issue in the options menu which we did not experience. The previous patch was supposed to fix it, but now everybody should be seeing it. Apparently it didn't work for everybody for some reason. I don't know, maybe operating system, I don't know. I really don't know what the difference was. We didn't have a problem in the loading system in the options menu. They made a performance update to the lighting, the volumetric lighting, and they tied it to the high and ultra presets to make that, I guess, to make it more efficient, better performance. They made a better performance for the heat haze. That's an optional feature tied to high and ultra settings only, and that's basically where you see, what's in my hand? I guess that hatchet. You kind of basically see the heat coming from the desert, so you get that effect. Or if you get like it's cold or frost or whatnot. Now they did another thing on balancing of pass all items and the weight and stuff. Now weight should be a factor in this game. Now the reason I wanted to start this game was because something that one of the biggest things, as I'm going down the list though, but it's down there, was this right here. One of my biggest complaints was, how could this be locked? It's a sarcophagus. And see, it's not locked anymore. Anything you find in the ancient ruins should be unlocked now. They basically made that as an unlockable thing. I think that's pretty cool. That's a huge thing because I mean I don't know. It's just cool to me. So we got some gems now, so we actually got some stuff. Now there's nothing else in there to loot, but I don't know if things will respawn in there, but still, to me that's pretty cool. So another thing that they did was, now they fixed some of the revolver icon matches the model now. So let's see. So there. So we've got the revolver. So it's no. Remember how I was talking about? It looks like a. I can't even think of the name of the gun now. That's not there, but it looked like a German pistol. Now it looks like an actual revolver. So let's go ahead and equip that and see what that looks like. Look, it actually looks like a revolver. That's pretty cool. Now these are little things. They weren't really things that I harped on the most or upset me the most. But they are still, nonetheless, they're fixes. They increased the amount. They added more rocks and more wood scattered around the world to pick up. Escape now exits the inventory if it is shown. So like you had a problem where you go in your inventory and it wouldn't come out of it. It would still be there even if you hit escape. It would still be there. The temperature now displays right. There are some people which we didn't find a cold area, but there's some people who were in a like snow biome. I see I'm encumbered and I can't run. That's another thing they added too. What is weighing so much? Maybe it's the 9 pieces of wood I have. No, that weight's only that. Oh wow, these are pretty heavy. Fat. We got some bones on us. Oh, maybe it's all these tires we got. Well, let's look around here and see. Now we parked outside. Let's see if our... It's over here, I believe. Let's see if our wonderful vehicle's over there. But again, this goes back to you have an early access game, you're constantly working to improve it, and you want to improve the game. And by them doing a lot of these changes, it means that they watched a lot. I don't know if they watched a lot of people's videos, YouTube videos. I'm not saying that my YouTube video influenced them, nonetheless, I mean, at all. See, my vehicle's gone, though. I think it was over here. Let's walk around the outside and look. But this right here is a cool thing, because weight's supposed to be a factor. And weight is a... There's a little glitchy bug right there. But, I mean, the fact that people talked about this, a lot of people... Some people bashed it in the reviews, some people were positive about it, some people are still playing and posting videos of it. To me, this just goes to show that the developers are looking and watching videos. And I think that's important. That's why I ask, I mean, I'm not an influential YouTuber, by no means. But for people who are getting it, wanting to get into YouTube or watching this video, or other people who are YouTubers that happen to stumble across this video, I think it's always important that we as YouTubers, we give a non-biased opinion. I mean, we be legitimate and honest in what we talk about. If the game has some issues and some concerns, bring them up. But don't bash a game, especially early access games, because they are going to get better. I mean, there are some early access games, though, that we've all played that have never gotten better. I mean, I've got a prime example of a game that, as of late, I haven't played it in a while, but I bought it when it first came out, and it was called a game called Kingdom. And if you haven't heard of it, Kingdom's a lot like Life is Feudal to me. I think Life is Feudal is a better game. No offense to Kingdom. I think Kingdom's trying to be something unique and something different in its own self. And I'm going to do a video on it just to show you it. They did a big they've done a lot of updates in the last year since I purchased the game. And some of it is still kind of crazy. They haven't gotten the clue on what to fix, but you know, they're getting there. They're adding stuff to it. I say that because a game like this really is an awe-inspiring game. I don't know if I just clicked off the game and it stopped recording and went, I don't know what happened. But I think it's important because when you look at some of these, it didn't happen to us, but it almost did. Prevent dying while sleeping. If you sleep, some people were waking up dead. Now these are some little graphical glitches that, like I said, I don't have a problem with this sort of stuff because to me that's a minor thing that can be fixed later on. I think what's important is getting the main mechanics fixed first. Now it depends on how big. It depends on what they focus on, what their whole goal is. And I'm just going to literally drop this crap. Tools. Can we salvage it? Yeah, let's salvage it. I don't know how much weight I'm going to have now. I'm underweight now, so that's good. And the meat, crafting. So let's go to crafting, because I still... And I don't know if maybe it's a situation of not knowing the right word for it, but I still can't figure out where to craft a fire from. And that just... it bugs me. You can't craft... Look at the scopes. I mean, that's pretty cool. Again, 3. Ah, look at that. Look at, do you see that? Now that was something that they adjusted. That's not noted in the update notes. But that's a big difference because that was 10. I promise you, I know it was more than 1. I know that. It may not have been 10, but anyway, I digress. When it comes down to it this is a prime example of a company, game developer. You still can't jump though. I don't understand that. All right, sorry about that. We're back now. It boils down to this, and I can't stress this enough. They're listening, they're making improvements, and they're wanting to see the game successful. So I would still say, again, keep this in. If you're not someone wants to play early access games, do put it on your wish list. I would legitimately keep an eye on this game for the simple fact, I don't need no more wood. The simple fact that this is going to be something. Is that an oil rig over there? What is that? We'll go ahead that way while we talk. Now, some other things they fixed too is like remember on the airfield, I could walk right through that. They fixed some clipping on that. Apparently, that was just a specific area that was not that they didn't catch or whatnot. You can no longer walk up to an NPC that is not a merchant and take their clothes off, which we never tried that. Didn't realize you could do that. Kind of wish I could have exploited that a little bit. That would have been some funny stuff. There's also a thing where when you looked at, now we did see this, when you went to haggle or do business with somebody, with a merchant, you would see their gold in their inventory. I don't know if you could take it or not, but you could still see it. Now you don't see that. They made sure that the wrench is working with tires and that the pouch is working with fuel. Increased icon appearances, distance over pickable items on the ground, and we're seeing that. So like, there's something I can pick up. We're seeing it a lot further away than we were normally, which is cool in itself. They did some vehicle issues fixed. You cannot take tires with the wrench. You cannot show your inventory while inside the vehicle, which that to me, I understand. That gives more realism to it. DayZ's like that. Miscreate is like that. You have to get out and interact with your vehicle in order to look at the inventory. So to me, that's a positive in the realism of it. They fixed the inability to holster your hunting knife, which my hunting knife is destroyed. Oh, let me look at that. I wonder. Yeah, it's conditioned. It's 0% jammed. Yeah. They also added where the axe it doesn't wear out as fast, because I mean before it was wearing out pretty quick. I mean, you saw what it was at, and I harvested a couple of things with it. They prevented you can't shoot domestic animals. It'll give you a note now. And remember how I couldn't shoot stuff inside the village? It was because anything that's domesticated, you can't shoot. This is an oil field. That's kind of cool. So, but now you get a note. You'll get a message saying that, which I think is cool. To me, it's just funny because I was reading through these notes earlier, and I was like, wow, it's like they watched my video. Of course, I'm going to say that because it's funny. I mentioned that. I haven't watched too many YouTube videos on this, but I'm sure a lot of people mention things like that. People tried to do it. It's just funny to me because I'm not a big YouTuber by no means, and the video I did is really getting I was getting a lot of views for my channel size, so that's kind of cool. And you still can't climb up or interact with things. So I don't know. I don't know what we can do here. Let's see if there's... Oh, we can fill a pouch. I need to equip a fuel can. So we can... This is kind of cool. Tools. Oh, look at that. We can fill this sucker all the way. How much is it going to weigh, though, after we do this? So this is cool. This is how you can get fuel for your vehicles. I was wondering about that. Let's see how much that thing weighs now, though. 4.4 pounds. So it does go up. Not realistic in a sense, but still, that's cool, though. Let's fill this one up, too. I don't know why. I just might as well. So, like I said, this isn't going to be too long of a video, and I'm really sorry about that. I wasn't trying to rehash this and just do a lot. I just wanted to bring my whole purpose of doing this video is, like I said, is to bring up the fact that they are doing stuff with this. I mean, they're legitimately working on making this game into a full access game. They're actually doing things for it. So I think that's important to notice. And I am thirsty, and I don't think I have anything. Can I eat that? What happens if I eat it? Oh wow, it doesn't make me sick. My thirst is still bad. Oh well. This is just for the sake of having fun. So some of the other update things they did, and we kind of touched on that, was the hanger issue. Let's see what's up here at the top. And the graphics really are pretty. You can kind of see like stuff flying around, and like on the vehicles, you see dust begin to gather. If you're in a cold area, like when during the winter time, you start seeing frost on them. So that's pretty cool. They did fix the cat running animation, which looks so. Remember the comment? I mean, you watched the cat run in the video I made. It was kind of like, what in the hell is he doing? It's just kind of like just running. They did add extra props at the airstrip, such as explosive barrels, gas canisters. They just kind of added some new things around there to look at. Now, trees should provide the player with some fruits like apples, apricot, orange, lemons, olives. One type per tree, less fruit than wood. So you should be able to get some stuff as you're gathering them too. They fixed the rotation on the Bedouin rifle, which that's kind of cool too. So I mean, again, it's just little things. I'm sorry, that's going to be what's going to be done in Alpha 1.2, 1.2.1. We're just in Alpha 1.2. So they even got started a list for things that's going to come out later on. Now, I believe something they wanted to fix on was the aiming mechanic, which I want to test this out because that was like a really bad off thing. Really, dude? You're just not going to stop running, are you? Yeah, it kind of aimed a little bit better this time. I mean, like I want to aim like right there. See, dead center. So they did fix the aiming. That's cool. That was a big letdown. That was like a frustrating thing when you're trying to hunt like that. Um, Other than that, I mean, realistically, I wanted to point out that they're trying. They're making an effort to make this game better, and they're doing a pretty good job of it, in my opinion. I mean, it's been less than 7 days since it came out, and they've already got a pretty good size update and pretty aggressive update again, being aggressive with the game. So, is it something I'm gonna start doing videos on? Probably not yet. I mean, I think there still needs to be some stuff to fix to it before I want to really get into it. There are people doing videos. If you want to see videos of this, there are people making recordable episodes of it. By all means, check them out. I encourage you to do that. I encourage you to keep up with this game. I really do, because I'm kind of curious how this is going to play out, because it is looking pretty dang amazing. I guarantee eventually they're going to fix texturing like that. I mean, that's just like a placeholder in a sense. They know that they want that type of texture there, so it's just like a picture embedded in there, but there's really nothing there. Eventually, see how it's starting to blend a little bit and melt? That's from the heat, because it's really hot out here in the desert. So, like, I don't see anything. There they are. There are birds up there. I don't know if you can shoot them or not. That would be a really hard shot. Yeah. So, but anyway, it just goes to show you that sometimes people listen. But that's all I got for you guys today. This has been the Alpha 1.2 update for Badiya. Leave some comments. Tell me what you guys think. Do you think it's moving in a better direction? I mean, my personal opinion, and don't let my personal opinion sway you, but I think they updated a lot of good things. I don't think it's the right things yet. I think there's still some stuff that needs to be updated in the game. The list is shorter now than it was previously. So, I mean, they are doing it. And, I mean, I'm not a coder or a programmer, so I don't know how easy some of the things that are wrong are easy to tackle. And that could possibly easily be things that they're working on for the next update. You never know until you try. But you keep coming back and watching and checking on it. I'm telling you, this game's going to be worth it. I believe it really could be the next big thing. There's a lot of people that were talking about it already before it even came out, just based on what they'd seen from the game. So, again, though, that's what happens. No Man's Sky was so overhyped, and people were so expecting something that it wasn't. And they were pissed. And I don't blame them, because when you got one of the developers saying this is what this game's going to do, and it doesn't do that. This is going to be a multiplayer game. No, it's not a multiplayer game. This blah 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 blah. Yeah, it didn't do. I mean, it was just bad, and I just don't. I don't want to see that happen again to a game. I really don't. I honestly don't want to ever see something like No Man's Sky happen, because the game really is good, but it's not what it was said it was going to be. That's the only thing. But it's still a good game. It's still fun to play. It's still enjoyable. I like playing it. I play it too. I mean, if you guys want to see some more videos on No Man's Sky, let me know. I'll do some stuff on that, because I like playing that game. But I don't want to bring back a game that got so much hate that people just purposely just will avoid it like it's toxic waste. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, I've done rambled on enough. I didn't want to make a too long of a video. And wow, check this out. I mean, this is early access graphics. But dude, look how big this world is. This is truly cool as hell. What's going to make or break this game is, like I said, keep updating it, keep making improvements to it. But one of the beneficial things that it's already got, that some guy, I mean, it took Ark a while to even get it, was the procedurally generated maps. And I'm telling you, man, that right there, because you're always playing in a new world, that is probably the coolest thing to be able to do. Something new to explore. So, this has been a Badiya. I've been Bloodstalker 101. You guys have been my faithful supporters. You know what you guys need to do. All you got to do is make sure you're subscribed. You're coming back each day to watch the content. And you're giving if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to share it on your social media. Just don't spam it on Reddit. And I did take that from Slipgator, because it's funny as hell. I'm not going to lie. So anyway, folks, as always, peace out, y'all.